Hello everyone, welcome to Dodles Live. My name is Claudia, and if you have not joined us before, we go live on Instagram Monday through Friday and give you guys a first look at the new app called Dodles. Dodles is an all-new animation app that makes it fast, fun, and easy for you to draw, animate, and share what you create with your friends. I did put a poll up in the Instagram story today because I saw that they released the date for the Game of Thrones next and last season. It was like trending on Twitter. So if you guys are Game of Thrones fans, this Dodles live stream is for you. So I just decided to make a really quick, simple animation celebrating the upcoming season of the show. If you guys have any questions during the live stream, Callie is on camera, so we would love to answer any questions that you guys have. Also, if you are currently making Dodles animations, be sure to use the hashtag Dodles when you share them on Instagram, and we will put them up in our Instagram story. And if you start watching this, you're like, oh my gosh, I want to make an animation right now for myself. You can go to the link in our profile, fill out those 5 easy questions, and then within about 48 hours, you'll receive access to the app in beta by just checking your email. So keep a lookout for that email from Dodles. All right, let's get started. So I just have the Game of Thrones type letters. I just wrote this with the like highlighter style brush, like that. I just wrote the GOT 2019, the final season. Then I did some of the emblems from the show. I'm pretty sure that these are for the different houses that they have. And the trailer was released by HBO. It shows like Jon Snow and a couple other characters. I think I read that they were like walking through a grave. I don't know exactly what's happening, but basically they there's like a feather on the ground and there's some smoke and clouds that start rolling in. So I'm just gonna make some of those clouds. I'm gonna use the chalk tool and I'm gonna adjust it to like a blue color because that's kind of the color it was in the trailer. It was like a gray blue, like that. And I'm gonna adjust the opacity to about 50% so that it's not super dark, except for in some spots. So I'm just gonna draw, oh, it's not as big as I wanted it to be. Let's see if I zoom in. Yeah, it doesn't, I think I'm just gonna change the opacity and see if that helps. Yeah. So if we make like a cloud, and then I can always make this bigger. Then we'll add some depth by adding other layers. Like so. I was just using, again, the chalk tool. So when we have those fade in, it's really kind of light, but I like it. And you could always double it up to make it thicker, like make another one and copy it and put it on top of each other. But I'm gonna make one more of those. And, oh, I had that pretty low. I had it at 22. So I'm just gonna make another really big cloud. It's good with me. All right, and I'm gonna add some more of that depth that I've talked about with you guys just by creating those layers. So then this moves in, you can just barely see it. And the same with this one, but it'll move in from the corners. And I'm gonna make that one really big and it'll just go over everything there. So we'll have those move in just a second. But another thing that we saw in the, and I don't actually watch Game of Thrones. I'm not like an expert by any means. I just know the bare minimum of what I've done for research and what I've heard from my friends. So I saw a feather on the ground, which could signify something within the show. Again, I'm not like an avid fan, so I don't know a lot about what that was. But I am going to make a quick feather drawing that's gonna fall and then land right next to the houses. So we just have that line there. Then I'm going to switch to like the highlighter or the paintbrush. Let me try the paintbrush and see. And I thought that the feather was like a whitish gray. Again, like the trailer was pretty dark, so it wasn't like the best example. Let's see with the brush. I'm gonna use the highlighter or the marker. I think it's called marker tool. I don't know. I think it looks like a highlighter. But
Erica calls it a highlighter too.
Does she? Okay.
Yeah.
We kind of just make up our own names for everything, even though the developers are like, please, we're begging you, please call it this. All right. So then I'm just gonna make this feather, these strokes. I like that a lot. And then I'm gonna go in with just a little bit of white. And then maybe just a couple spots of dark. I actually like the dotted look. And then we're gonna send that, oh, I think I did it all in one stroke, yeah. So we're gonna go back in and edit that and use that dark gray. Put that back down to 1. And then maybe I will make 0 and just add some of those frills. So it looks a little bit more like a feather. Great. So we've got that. Move that here. And okay, one less edit. I know I'm being crazy about this. I just want it to look really good. We're just gonna make that a little bit longer. Good. Okay. So I think what I will have happen is I'm gonna have this cloud roll in, this cloud roll in, but first we're gonna have this grow and shrink. I think I want this up a little bit, just a smidge. Okay. So what we're gonna have happen is we're gonna scale it so it gets bigger really slowly, hopefully, and scale back. So we've got that takes about 4 seconds. And then I'm gonna click on this, and when that gets bigger, at about the 1 second mark, we're gonna have this move in. Great. We're gonna do that, the same thing over here with this one. Great, that's good. Then we're gonna tap out of the animation for just a second before I show that to you guys. I'm actually gonna have this feather be a little bit smaller, and we're gonna send it, oh, not on the bottom, we're gonna send it up. And we're gonna animate that so that it starts falling. It's good with me. Let's see if we can try the tilt along path and see what it does for that. So now if we push play and it zooms in it, oh, it's a little bit rigid, less rigid than I wanted it to. But I really liked that. So what I'm just gonna do is find that animation, and I'm gonna get rid of the tilt along path. And let's see. That's good with me. I could always have it rotate at certain spots. And I think I want the feather to leave, or let's see where it ends. So right as it ends, I'm gonna animate it so that it moves one more time and it just stops. And I'm also at that same spot, I'm gonna rotate it. Good. Okay, so now if we start from close to the beginning, we have our feather falling, and we have our clouds. So that's what I have for our Game of Thrones animation. I'll play that one more time for you guys. I always almost want a minute where like it just pauses at the end rather than like you see the motion. So I might do like a weird thing at the very end where there's just something moving so that it pauses on it. So yeah, I can do that. But this is what our animation will finish looking like. There's the feather, there's the big clouds. We've got everything we want. So As always, you guys already know this, but to export, you click on this main menu outside of your animation, you swipe this main menu up, click on the little paper airplane in the lower right-hand corner. You can export as a GIF, which is really good for like Twitter. I think you can use them on Instagram stories if you have a GIF saved in your camera roll. Otherwise, a video is good for almost every social media platform. And then you click share. When it renders and is done, this will take like less than 30 seconds. I'm gonna cancel it because I'm not done with it yet completely, but then you can just save it to your camera roll or send it to your friends. And you can always, watch our short tutorials within the app that tell you how to do any of the things that we have covered in this episode today. Thanks for joining our live stream today. We do have 2 other social media platforms here at Dodles. We have our Facebook group. So if you're on Facebook, search Dodles Community in the search bar. Put in a request to join us. It's a place for artists and creatives to share what they've been working on and share their social media platforms like Instagram and share their Dodles, of course. We also have a YouTube channel where we put these live streams up every day, and we also have our in-app tutorials on YouTube as well. So search Dodles. You can search with the words how to or animating. Be sure to like and subscribe, ask us questions, and we will get back to you if you comment on our YouTube videos as well. So that's it for today. Be sure to check our Instagram story tomorrow and see if we have a poll for you. But we will be back again tomorrow afternoon with another live stream. So have a good day, and we will see you tomorrow. Bye.